So today I worked a little bit more with Luxie on fine-tuning and kind of ironing out what triggers might prompt her to break from her down, using myself as the distraction. So when you're working through this kind of social impulse control issue that we're seeing from her, it's important to catalog and note the first behavior that is elicited by the distraction that prompts her to break. So we've focused up till now on distance and kind of type of distraction, whether it's a dog or a human or an object of some kind or another animal. But now we need to look to what those distractions present to her as far as behavior goes. So let me break down what I mean by that. When most people see a nice, well-groomed doodle, their first response is often a feigned gasp of excitement or surprise. Yep, good girl. So what I did during our session today was I pretended to be a stranger who had just noticed Miss Luxie in my immediate vicinity and felt the need to react about the sight of this beautiful golden doodle thing that was behaving perfectly and that I thought I might want to throw off. Yep, good girl. And the important thing is to start very small. So first, I didn't even make a noise. I just kind of leaned down and widened my eyes. And you see, you might be able to catch on the camera, but her tail did start wagging. That is enough to prompt her to change her behavior. But she stayed in her down, and so I'm going to reward that. Next, I introduced the gasp. Yep, good girl. And if she stays put, she gets another cookie for ignoring and not responding to that gasp. We've been working very hard on this today. The first thing she wanted to do was launch herself at me when I gasped. The next thing I introduced was one of the very common descriptive terms that people usually use when they see a doodle, and that is pretty. Yep, and that tail started wagging again. Now, a lot of times it's not so much the word as it is the tone of voice that's being used. So you might describe it as a sing-songy voice or maybe a baby talk and a goo-goo-gaga tone that you're carrying with this. But the point is to start chaining those very small behaviors that distractions will often present when they see Luxie, so that she can get used to not reacting to them. Now the next step in this exercise would be to have a strange person practicing these behaviors, and that can look a little bit different. So you can start by having them stand a fair distance away while Luxie stays in a down near you. And they can start by just kind of waving to her, maybe making eye contact and doing a little wave. Yep, good girl. Or they can also do the from a distance, and you can mark and reward for her maintaining her down while that happens, okay? If you walk into a scenario or you're surprised by a response from a person that causes her to break, what do we do? First thing is you need to turn around and walk away with her. Just retreat. No matter what she's doing, if she's reacting vocally, if she's trying to pull towards the person, if she's doing the doodle flail where she's got her arms, her front arms fully extended, just pull her away and retreat. Don't give her any feedback during that walk. Just keep moving until you see her head pivot back into your direction. And then you can use your marker, you can use a hand target touch. Yep, good job. To help bring her back into focus with you as her hub, not the distraction, okay? And from that new distance, after you've regained her attention and gotten a very familiar, very simple behavior like the hand target, you can try to recreate the scenario, maybe just from that distance, have whatever it was, the distraction in sight, but with this new distance in mind as, okay, I can't get any closer than this. If they start moving towards me again, I'm just gonna get up and retreat. But right now, right here where we are in this moment, let's see if you can just look over at that distraction. I'll mark, I'll deliver a cookie, get a sit. Yep, good girl. I know you're auto downing. We've been working on downs a lot today. And then we're out of there. Just get one successful rep and then get out, okay? If the distraction is out of control, say it's like a toddler that has gotten free of their adult and is just charging towards Luxie, that's another opportunity when you need to intercede on Luxie's behalf. So do whatever you have to do to get her away from the situation. If it's some sort of family or friend situation and you can't remove yourself, place yourself between Luxie and the distraction and intercept them. Get them to focus on you instead, and verbalize what you need from them. Say, hey, I'm glad that you're so excited to see my dog, but we've been working on keeping her calm when distractions are present, so if we could please try this instead. Maybe just stand there and wait for me to let her say hello to you, or I'm just gonna need to get away and build some distance real quick to get her calmed down again, and then we can try to say hi later, all right? Let me know if you have any questions about how to build on these common distracting noises, the gasp or the descriptive words, the sing-song voice. You can get really creative with this and really test her out. I have dogs that I've been working on this with where I've gotten to the point where I can do like a little jig and a little dance around them, and she's actually doing great. She doesn't care at all about that. Some dogs are like, oh my gosh, you're moving, I have to move too. But you want to like try to work up to those longer chains of behaviors. Pretty, what a good girl, such a pretty girl, oh my gosh, I want to say hi. Good girl. That's actually the most successful we've gotten so far today. So let me know if you have any questions on how to build on this exercise. We're going to continue working on this, and I'm going to start introducing some of our technicians and our receptionists and maybe even some clients in future sessions. But for now, let your distractions be the ones that you and Luxie work through together, and see just how much of a curveball you can throw her while she stays in this down and pretends to be a good little angel that you are. You're so good. You're so good for you today. Oh, baby. Yeah, you earned it. You earned it, baby.